Hi guys, Ancient Warrior, welcome back to Prepping and Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be the first kid on your block to know what craziness I'm talking about next, hit the bell icon with all. Boy, oh boy. Oh, also, leave comments. I'll do my best to answer them within 24 hours. Let's talk about crime. There's a reason I'm talking about crime. As I told you last week, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, said the numbers didn't lend to the fact of there was a bunch of looting going around the countryside. She was playing the part of Groucho Marx in Animal Crackers and say, who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? Guys, crime is running rampant in this country, especially in these Democrat-controlled states. Antifa is just basically in control of Portland and Seattle. San Francisco, Walgreens has closed. I believe the number now is 25 different stores due to the retail theft. Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, Garcetti was bragging about the fact that they had arrested on a Nordstrom's raid. Nordstrom's or Neiman Marcus, one of the big name, Fendi. They had arrested 14 of 19 people. What he failed to tell you, yes, they got 14 of 19. But what they didn't tell you is, before the ink was dry on the booking paperwork, they were back on the streets with no bail. Now, I was listening to a cop yesterday who was saying how demoralizing it is to arrest these people and to know nothing's going to be done. It's going to be pleaded out. You know, I know what's going to happen. And I hate to say it, but vigilantism is going to become part of a way of life in some of these major cities. People are going to get tired, fed up, and they're going to start taking steps that, to be honest with you and I wouldn't even think about. And let's also look at, used to be Pacific Palisades, Beverly Hills were safe areas. And Jacqueline Advant who was known for her philanthropy around California, was brutally murdered in her home by a guy who was let out of prison early because of the COVID restrictions. I'll be honest with you. That animal needs to be dealt with. And I hope, I'll say this and probably get in trouble, but I hope the family, Jacqueline's family, knows a guy who knows a guy. If you know what I mean. You've got, over in Pacific Palisades, people waiting at a hotel area to get their car. A couple of guys jumped out of a car, stuck the people up, and took over $100,000 worth of jewelry and other stuff. It shows you how brazen these monsters are. I did a video, I guess a couple of years ago, called Yes Honey, There Are Monsters. I did it around Halloween. And I think it may have gotten deleted at one point, but I'll check. If I can find it, I'll put a link to it. Things hadn't quite gotten as bad as they are now, and I was telling you then there's monsters out there. Guys, these monsters don't hide under your bed. They're walking up and down the street, and they look just like everybody else. Drive-by shootings. You know, I guess it shocks me because I don't really think about stuff like this happening in smaller cities. I saw a write-up yesterday about a guy in Las Vegas. Now, Vegas is a large city. Having dinner at a teriyaki, an Asian restaurant. Guy popped a cap on him. Killed him and wounded another. Then you go to Chicago. The first weekend of December, 40 shot, 5 killed. They're also telling people that the crime is now starting to blossom out away from where it was there in the south side. It's now going to the north side and to the other. Carjackings, road rage, drive-bys. Folks, this is the reason I tell you that anytime you leave that house, you make sure, if you're in a state like I am in constitutional carry, you better have a gun on. You better have your protection with you. If you're not allowed, you don't live in a constitutional carry state, then carry what you can. Pepper spray, mace, whatever. But be prepared to protect yourself. LAPD told people, if people go to if you get robbed, just give it to them. In Chicago now, they're telling you if somebody goes to carjack you, just give it to them. Crime is running rampant in this country. And I'm going to say this, and I shudder when I say it. But nationwide, I expect to see vigilantism to becoming a way of life for some people. You know, you liberals that tell us all about this utopian society you're building, the only utopia it is it's a utopian society for the criminals, because there are two sets of people in every city now. The prey and the criminal. Guys, protect yourself. If you're not prepping now with everything going on, then you may need to start considering starting. With that being said, remember, it's better to have this stuff and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm the Ancient Warrior, and we're out.